Yeah, baby, do.
Fuck, fuck.
Come on.
I'm just standing between three bombs. Oh my god. I don't want any of this. Why am I on fire? It's fucking dazed itself. Oh. Watch out. Damn it. I slid right into it.
For the sake of my hero, I will name him Kyo. Awesome. Yes. 3D. Yes. English, obviously. Leave that there. Leave that there. Yes. Awesome. Let's get this started, shall we?
This child, he is the one?
There's the mark. There's no mistaking it. Oh my. What in heavens are you doing here? And after that awful storm, too. However did you survive? Oh, you're a jolly one. What's this? Oh, you poor thing. Come here. Come here. Oh, there's no need to be frightened anymore. You're safe now, little fellow.
Ah, what? I did not flash him. What the hell? Ah, stand up.
Thanks so much, you're a lifesaver. Trust me to lose my headscarf just before the big ceremony. So it's finally here, the big day. I can't believe we're gonna... Look, come on. Best not keep her waiting.
I was trying to get my camera out of the way so you could see all the dialogue, but I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. I got voices on. I'm gonna turn that down to 6 too. Keep that off. Keep the protagonist voice on. That's new for this, I believe. I think that's new for this. So this is. Sorry. So I'm gonna make sure that that's okay, and then I'm gonna turn down my volume here. That's a little loud. Turn the music and the sound effects down a little bit more. This game is a little bit different than the previous Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior series. It started off as Dragon Warrior in Japan, but over here it became Dragon Quest. Now this is different from the previous ones in a number of ways. First off, you have battle mode, which you can use the classic camera, which focuses on your characters and what they do. It follows them as they attack. I'm going to leave it free-forming because I think it makes it more interesting. Also, you have a speed, which you can have it as the normal speed, fast speed, or ultra fast. That's new for this title, because in other Dragon Quest games, you had one speed, just normal speed. In this one, I'm going to go fast, and it just, for the purposes of this Let's Play or stream, however you're watching this, it's better to have it on fast because it gets through the fights faster and I can continue on with story. So I'm gonna leave that on fast. Now I believe if you are playing Dragon Quest, the definitive version, which is the version I'm playing, you can choose the freeform camera or the classic camera or the battle speed. I don't think the normal Dragon Quest XI game has that option for you. So if you do want to play this game and you do want to change the battle settings and camera settings, make sure it's the definitive version or the special edition, whatever it's labeled as where you're from. So I'm using a controller, so I don't have to worry about that. Also, you get special rewards with the definitive version. You have these costume sets. So I'm gonna go ahead and claim these right now. Yeah, you can now choose with the Dradain set, which is Dragon Quest VIII. For those of you who have played a Dragon Quest game before, Dradain set gives you the option of choosing the music. You can choose between Dragon Quest XI music or Dragon Quest VIII music, which I have done. I love Dragon Quest VIII, and I love the music in Dragon Quest VIII. But I'm gonna leave it as is. And the Happy Adventure set gives you it gives you a seed of skill, 5 seeds of skill, and 5 pep hops, which we'll get to that when we get to them. Right now, I'm not going to use them just yet, because there's no point. There's really no point. And I'm not going to talk for everybody in the game. If you see an exclamation point above their heads, I will talk to them, because they have important stuff to tell you. So, and you may have noticed, I named my character Akio, whatever, for a certain reason. You can look up what it means, but don't say what it is. Because I chose the name because of what our character represents in this game, and we'll get to that. It's kind of spoilery, kind of, but he doesn't have a canonical name. People like to call him whatever, I forget what 11 is in Japanese, but like for these games they like calling them whatever that number is. So we're on Dragon Quest 11, so they would name the character 11 or whatever it is in Japanese. Me, I don't really like that. I think that's kind of corny. But I named him Akio for a reason. There is a reason I named him that, and we'll get to that, and I'll explain what that reason is when we get to him, and I'll explain what the name means when we get to it. So yeah, we'll get to that. You know the mayor and your mother are waiting to see you off at the top of the steps, don't you? Don't keep them waiting. Remember, if you're ever in need of some advice, have a chat with folks with a pink speech bubble above their heads like me. So yeah. Just, use whatever you're using, a controller, your mouse pad to move your camera, and if you see that exclamation point, that person will give you important text. So that's the only people those are the only people I'm going to talk to, is the one with speech bubbles above their heads. So this is Amber, our mother. Look at you, Akio, my little boy, all grown up. Now be sure to look after Gemma, you hear? That's our friend who lost her headscarf. To think you've been inseparable since you were tiny, and here you are about to go on the tour together. And if you ever lose your way, just follow Sandy. That dog's got more sense than any of us. Off you go. I know the two of you will be just fine, and I'll make sure there's a delicious supper waiting for you when you get back. Awesome. Dunstan. Akio, seeing you and my dear Gemma all set for your big day makes me proud as anything, both as mayor and as a grandfather. You're not kids anymore, no. You're grown up now, and that means you're going to the tour and offering your thanks. Now it's time you were on your way. Head to the top, give the praise to the spirit of the land, and then come back down and tell us how you like the view. Oh, and if you're ever unsure what to do next, try pressing Y and select Party Talk. A lot of large RPGs have this. I guess more so the Dragon Quest games have this. They have something called Party Talk. You can talk to whoever's in your party, and like Dunstan is saying, she might give us useful tips for us. I don't need to use Party Talk, it's just flavor text, mostly, but they can give you, tips and tricks on what to do next, and, stuff like that. I probably won't use it, because I played this game like 50 times since it came out, so.
Humble folk of cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. That's how it goes, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
My granddad's been teaching me the prayer ever since I was little. He reckons the spirit of the land really does live on Cobblestone Tor, you see. As long as I can remember, he's been preparing me for this day. The day it would finally be my turn to climb all the way up there and offer my thanks. I just wonder whose idea it was in the first place, sending the village's young folk on such a dangerous errand. What if I take a tumble and do myself a mischief?
I love how they talk in this game.
Well, not to
I don't
worry.
know why.
Since you and me were born on the same day, I'm lucky enough to have a bodyguard along for the journey.
Yeah, well,
Come on then.
that's the bodyguard.
That craggy old thing won't climb its... Oh!
Puppy dogs scented something coming our way. Slime. Literally the weakest monster in any
Monsters!
RPG ever.
They're coming this way!
I got a sword and they're weak. Yeah, so if anyone knows anything about Dragon Quest or any
Watch out!
RPG whatsoever, slimes are literally the weakest monster you can face. Obviously, we're only at level 1, so they will give us some.
You can
some
do it!
issues,
Get him!
but we really should have an issue right now. Not this early in the game.
Fight, and fight some more!
Now, seeing as how this is throwing us into a battle right away,
Tough little
and
blighters,
you
aren't
do
they?
have a partner with you. Ooh, treasure. Medicinal herb that heals your wounds, obviously.
Crikey! I wasn't expecting that. I know they were only little, but I'd have been done for if you and Sandy hadn't been here to help me. And now we've got to go through that horrible dingy cave. Just our luck. I'll bet you anything that's where those awful things came from. Well, as long as you're with me, I've got nothing to worry about. Come on, let's get going.
Now, I will say, this game has what I like to call, I don't want to say automatic partners, and because at certain points in the game, you will have partners that are forced on you. They're not annoying by any means. Think of them like Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite. They're there to help you, and so when you have these partners that you can't command, do not, and this is kind of important if you're trying to save up items for, later down the line, which is important. Trust me, this game gets progressively hard as you level up. It's kind of like Skyrim in that respect, but when you get a partner that you can't command, don't heal yourself. They will heal you for you. If you take enough damage, they'll heal you. So my advice when you get these uncommandable partners is don't worry about healing yourself. Just worry about attacking. So that way you don't waste any items. Now, for any RPG player, you can have any number of weapons to use. Now, for Dragon Quest, your character or certain characters can only wield some weapons. Like for this is kind of not really a spoiler, but but for your character, you can only have swords and great swords, and I think that's all you can wield is great swords and swords. I think I'll get into that later as we go on. I'm not going to worry about it now, but for now, I think I'm going to stick with swords. That's usually my go-to weapon when I play Dragon Quest XI, is I put the main hero in swords. Just because of way later down in the game. But you can use great swords if you want to. I'm not saying you can't. You can. And great swords has its own like special abilities that you can unlock and stuff like that. But for me, I like to use the sword and shield, just because you have that defense. You have a way of defending yourself. So, alright. So make sure you grab anything that's shiny, because it could be a medicinal herb or an antidote or something. So make sure you explore around and find shinies, so be sure to pick them up. Okay, so this is telling you that you can Oh, so it does. Okay. So this is just telling you about preemptive attacks. If you get behind a monster close enough, you know, you can hit them before they see you, and apparently it lowers their HP. I wasn't sure if it did or not, but it does. So we're gonna attack this slime first and lower its HP a little bit.
Get him!
See? Usually that takes like 2 hits to kill. It took only 1 this time because of that preemptive strike. Slime drop. Ooh, I think that's a crafting item. Let me see. Yeah, it's a material. So yeah, this game does have crafting because, of course, every game nowadays has to have crafting. In this game, it makes sense. It makes sense to have a crafting thing. Other games, there's crafting just
Fight, fight, and fight! Get him! Phew.
I may actually speed up the battle speed to ultra fast, maybe?
Go on! Crumbs!
I want you guys
Go
to
on!
see the monsters.
You can do it,
They get
Em!
creative in this game.
Tough little
Monsters
blighters,
do get
aren't they?
creative in this game, so
Well
maybe I'll
done!
Keep it there. I'll keep it at fast. Okay, so we leveled up to level 2 now. Nothing too special about that. We'll get to the special levels when we do. So don't worry, I know what's coming in this game.
Go on!
And obviously we are doing a lot more damage to the slimes now.
Tough little blighters, aren't they?
Medi-herb. And here we've got a new enemy right here. This one is a bit tougher than Sneezers. Obviously, slimes are the weakest. There's nothing as weak or weaker than slimes in Dragon Quest games, I'm sure.
Fight,
Unless
fight,
they
and
pick
fight!
the Dragon Quest game
Crikey!
where slime is not the weakest thing.
Go on!
I doubt it. I know we are
Go
getting a
on!
Dragon Quest
You can
12,
do it!
but
Get him!
I don't know when it's coming, unfortunately.
Tough little blighters, aren't they?
Yeah, I know my commentary's not the oh wait, can we look at this? I forget. Monsters on the door, yeah. I thought I could look at this. I guess it's just some, like, cave paintings or something, but yeah, I know my commentary's not the greatest right now. It's only because I played this starting port, like, so many times. And obviously I can't say anything because I don't want to spoil anything, so, you know, it's whatever. But we're almost to the top, so it's okay. Just more cave paintings, nothing too special about them, they're just kind of there, you know, kids being, ooh, copper ore, awesome, I'll need copper ore. Woo. So I'm trying to fight as many enemies as I can on the way up to the top, and you're gonna see why. Not just because I want to level up, obviously,
Fight,
but
and
there's
fight,
kind of
get him!
reason. Like I said, as you level up, it's kind of like Skyrim where things level
Go
up
on!
with you.
You can do it!
The monsters get harder as you yourself level up. So,
Tough little blighters, aren't they?
like, if you could go to a different area where monsters are stronger, they would be stronger than you. Like, yeah, so you want to level up as much as you can in this game. So, that's why I love this game. It makes sense why the elements in this game are in this game.
Oh, look at all this fog. Is this normal, do you think?
Well, it was raining a little bit, or maybe it wasn't, but it was
Help!
raining in the beginning.
Help me! What? Cole? Quick! You have to
Every
help
time I
him!
hear the name Cole in anything, I'm like, oh my god, that guy's Cole. I'm like, that's not his name. I always forget. I'm like, oh my god, that's his name. I'm weird.
It's not fog at all. It's more monsters.
Yep. Fogs are foggers. So, and of course, they're much stronger than the needle. So, like I said, each new area kind of has a
Watch out,
progressively strong monster.
Get him!
So like Gemma says at the top right, she'll do what she can.
Don't
to
give
not
up!
heal yourself, she will heal you for
Go
you.
on!
So you don't have to worry about healing yourself. Just focus on attacking these things. Which is nice. And she
Fight,
never
fight,
runs
and
out of
fight some
medicinal
more!
items,
Get
which is
him!
kind of nice.
Crikey!
Just,
Here you go!
focus on attacking and getting through the fight without too
You can do it! Get him!
I think I haven't used much
Fight,
attack
fight,
right now
and
because
fight
we are,
some
Yeah,
more!
we are just starting. I do have frizz. That does cost me.
Go on!
But why not?
Phew.
And I don't think Dragon Quest
I'm
has ever
so
been the game
proud
to be
of
like,
you.
oh, you're going up against a fog monster, so this element will work. I don't think
I'm
they've
sorry,
ever done
Gemma.
that before.
I only came up
I don't
here
think
because I
I've ever
thought
done
it'd
it,
be funny to
period.
jump out and surprise you. But then those monsters appeared.
What in the world is going on? I never heard anything about monsters appearing on the tour before. But never mind that now. Whatever were you thinking? You could have been killed. You take Sandy and get back to the village this instant.
Yes, Gemma. Sorry, Gemma.
You don't take no shit from nobody. Also,
You saved my bacon again.
Oh, wait.
I knew you were tough, but crikey, you really have grown into quite the hero.
You have no idea. Holy shit.
Not far
That
to
was
the
a long
top
way up.
now.
Okay, well, I was gonna say,
Typical. It would have to go and start raining, wouldn't it? Come on, let's get a move on.
anyway, I was gonna say, I'm hoping some of you have recognized it, but for those of you who haven't, and I know I took a long time to get into his artwork. Not a long time to get into his artwork per se, but just because I got into the show kind of late. But, yeah, watch your step. You will automatically put yourself up against a wall if you have to, so you don't have to push any buttons or anything. But the artwork for all the Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior games, yeah, if you see a exclamation point, just hit your action button, sorry, on Xbox it's A, but PS4 I think it's what is it, circle or X, something like that. But the artwork for Dragon Quest and Dragon Warrior series, the games rather, is the same guy, and I shit you not, it's the same guy who has done all of
Here
Dragon
we
Ball,
are at last.
all of Dragon Ball Z, and all of the Dragon Ball Z video games, Akira Toriyama. So if it seems familiar to you, that's the reason why.
It's such a shame about the weather. I was really looking forward to that view. Well, we better say the prayer and get this ceremony over with, eh? What was that?
Ooh, Condor. Yeah, that's a Condor. And I think they pretty much look like that in real life. Or
Help! Help me! Help!
yeah, see, I think in the original Dragon Quest 11 game, there was actually no voice actors for our ceremony. I think that's only a definitive version. I think. Could be wrong. I don't remember. Actually, I might be wrong. I think, the version I'm playing lets you turn off his voice actor, but I think he's only had one. And there it goes. That was, unexpected. A little bit unexpected.
We're alive. But how?
Yeah,
That great big flash of lightning. It was almost like you made it happen.
Kind of. Maybe a little bit. My guy.
Look, the mark on your hand.
It's all glowy and shit. See, I would love to get that as a tattoo.
Oh,
no, that's cool.
it
That's
stopped.
Cool mark.
Well, we can worry about that later.
Such a nerd.
All I know is that you saved me yet again. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Ah,
Now, we really had better be finishing up this ceremony.
yeah. This is probably my favorite scene in the entire game. Well, one
Humble
of them.
folk of Cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. Lift your voices up in prayer, sing it across all our drear. Blessed are we since days of yore, let it be so forevermore.
This is such an epic scene. Just gonna let it ride. Oops. And yeah, you can skip cutscenes in this game.
Wow! Look!
Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, I love this game. The quality, just from 8 to 11.
It just goes on and on and on.
Is 8 to 11. 'Cause I
Whoever
only
dreamed
played
up this
8 and 11.
ceremony must have had this in mind.
They jumped up.
They wanted to
so-
show us how
so high for
huge
this
our
game.
world really is.
Oh, it's gorgeous. This game is beautiful. It is gorgeous.
Well, that's it. It's all over and now we're grown-ups. Should we head down and tell Grandad and everyone?
Sure.
They'll all be waiting for us at the bottom.
Now you're probably like, they don't look like they're like, what, 18? They're not. They're actually 16. Because way back in the day, even in real life, they actually, oh, thanks, Jack. Yeah, I adore this game. This game is absolutely my favorite Dragon Quest game. But, even in real life, when a person turns 16, they were considered an adult. I'm not sure when that changed for modern society, because now it's like 21 or 18 to 21 is you're an adult. But like way back when, even in like video games, 16 what made you an adult, which that's kind of interesting to me. But,
We're back safe and sound, Grandad.
Indeed you are, my dear. Thank the spirits for that. When we saw lightning striking up there, we got a little worried, I have to tell you.
yeah, so. he
Well,
explains
I
what happened.
never. Sounds like
Obviously,
it's nothing
silent
short of a
protagonist
miracle
is
that you
per
made it back
usual
in
for
one
these kind of
piece.
games, which makes sense,
Well,
you know, because
there's no doubt about it, the spirit of the land was watching over you.
Play. So it makes sense, but
Now tell me, my dear,
it's a little
how's the view
overused in
from
my
the top?
opinion.
It was wonderful. I saw the sea stretch into the horizon and the sunlight playing on the water and... Oh, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
It was awesome.
You're true Cobblestonians now.
I'm sorry, what were
Only we
before?
have
We
the
were
pleasure
living
of
here
looking
before we
out
did
over
this,
the
so what
world
were
of
we before?
Erdrea in such breathtaking fashion, you know. You're still young, and the day may yet come when you decide to leave Cobblestone behind. I hope our little ceremony has opened your eyes to a little of what may await you out there. Now, it's high time we were heading back. I'm sure your mother is eager to hear how things went, young man. Don't keep poor Amber in suspense.
Oh God! If you like, obviously we haven't really gotten to know who Amber is, but oh my
Come
God,
on,
she
you.
is so
Home
frickin'
time.
awesome. Yeah, so we get to go home. Woohoo! Yay. Fun times. The one thing I don't really have a lot of complaints on this game. The one thing I do kind of don't like is they give you tips on the loading screen or whatever, but they go so fast that you don't really have a lot of time to read them. So I don't know. That's the one thing I would have changed. Like, let us read it and then push a button to continue on with the game. I don't know, after the loading screen, but that's just me. Okay, so before we go to our house, Amber's house, we are going to do a little exploring just to get some, like, materials and, probably some, I think, there's a medicinal herb and an antidote or something up here. I can't remember exactly. But, we're going to do a little exploring before we go home. Right here we got some pots and barrels, we got some materials, 10 different types, yeah. If you're playing on PlayStation, you'll get trophies for basically every milestone you do, like 10 kinds of items. I think you get a trophy for that. It's like, oh hey, you found 10 different kinds of items or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I played this on PlayStation. I've been playing it on Xbox, PC, and the Switch now. It's on the Switch now. It's been on the Switch for the last 3 years or so. So I've been mostly playing it on that. And obviously Switch doesn't give you achievements, so, or trophies or anything. Yeah. Hurry home, blurg. What is this? Notice to parents. The tour isn't safe for children. Please make sure that they know not to play there. Yeah. Because as you saw, there were monsters there. Curious power emanates from the root wrapped around the tree. Okay. So we can't do anything with that now. I'm sure we'll never get to that. Ever. So, let's go. Actually, I should show this off. The very useful thing, like I said, there is crafting in this game. Now, the useful thing, oh, I can't, dang. Never mind, I was going to show you what the useful thing with your map is, but I don't think I can show it off right now. Let's see. Yeah, no, I can't show you. I was going to show you something really useful. So obviously, you know, there is crafting in this game, so you do need materials and stuff, but I guess we'll get to that when we get past the tutorial stage and all that. I always forget when you're allowed to use that ability or whatever, but I don't think you can use it right now. Oh, can't go in there. So this is a church. If you come to the church, you can save, you can see how much more experience you need for the next level, bring back a party member when they've been killed, I guess, knocked out, whatever. You can cure any member from poison, and you can remove curses, but you can also, this is also new for the definitive mode only, or the definitive version only. It is not on the regular Dragon Quest game. So make sure if you want to play in 2D, as it says, make sure it's the definitive version of Dragon Quest 11. But you can switch to 2D. I am not going to because it is very, for me, it's kind of awkward. It's just a little bit awkward to play in 2D. Give thanks for blessings every day. Come say a prayer of gratitude. Yeah, that's basically saving. So. There's a lot you can explore in this. It's a small village, there's a lot you can explore. First, monsters are at large outside the village. If you must go into the wild, make sure you're prepared. Yeah, so obviously being a I didn't want to talk to you, shut up. This being an RPG, we are gonna have weapons.
Brilliant!
God dang it, stop talking to me. So we can get better weapons and armor. For now, all we have is a sword and a shield. A pot lid. We have a pot lid. And now we have a cypher stick. Awesome. So, if you do want to use... If you're like me and you're focusing on swords, make sure that it says swords at the top. If you are going to switch to a better weapon. Obviously, the cypher stick does nothing for us, so we're just going to leave that in our inventory for now. Because I have mistakenly switched to a weaker weapon when I'm trying to maximize, you know, my weapons or whatever, so make sure you're switching to the right weapon that you want to use, but you're also switching to a weapon that has better power, better defense, better whatever you're using. So just be careful on that side of things. Okay, pumpkins. Yeah, you can smash all the pumpkins in this house. Actually, you can smash pumpkins anywhere. It's freaking hilarious. Okay. And yes, I am trying to build up my items, because the more you get as soon as you can, the better you're gonna be. I'll keep saying it too. This game does get progressively hard. Like, if we could go out to the main area of this game, the monsters would be much tougher they would absolutely give us a lot more trouble. So the most important thing in this game is to get as many items to help you as you can, but also to level up as much as you can. I don't want to say this game is unforgiving, but like I said, anything in this game makes sense why it's in this game. Like, monsters being out in the field makes sense. It kind of forces you to battle and to level up. It's not like old Pokemon games. It's not like old Dragon Quest games where they're random encounters, and we'll get to that. But I don't know. This game definitely kind of forces you to fight as many monsters as you see to level up for later bosses and stuff. So, gimme. 50 gold coins. Hell yeah, I can retire. I don't know. That's like $50, so probably not. Nothing. 10 gold coins. Yeah. So yeah, exploration is also kind of a big thing because, you know, we find money and items, so...
Here's my little soldier. Well, not so little anymore. I've heard all about your big adventure. Look at you, all grown up.
16.
I hope he wasn't too
Lord.
much of a bother, Gemma dear.
I didn't say it.
Of course not. Quite the opposite, in fact. You would have been proud of him. We got attacked by a monster at the top of the tour, and I ended up hanging onto the edge of the cliff by my fingertips. I thought I was done for. But you'll never guess what happened next. That mark on his hand suddenly lit up, and a bolt of lightning hit the monster.
What did you say?
My hand did a glowing
That
thing.
funny little mark? Lightning flying about the place? Goodness me.
Yeah, she knows. Something. Obviously.
Here I was hoping he'd turn out nice and ordinary, but it seems his grandfather was right all along.
Typically, if there's a strange mark on you like that...
Well, I've been putting this
you're
off
not
for
gonna be
long
an
enough
ordinary
now.
Person.
You and me need to have a little talk.
Aw,
Here,
that's never good to hear.
this belongs to you.
So she gives us a pendant. Ooh, that's pretty.
Your grandfather asked me to give you it once you'd come of age and climbed the tour.
We'll get to his grandfather much later.
Truth is, there's something I've been keeping a secret all these years. Something I've never told another soul in the village.
For good reason, but...
It's... how can I put this now? Well, he said you're the reincarnation of the luminary.
Luminary? What the fuck is that? Previous Dragon Quest players will know what the Luminary is. We will get to that
Oh,
for you
don't ask me what the
uninitiated.
old fool meant, dear. I haven't got the foggiest. All I know is that your grandfather said you had a special destiny and that there was something you had to do.
Well, I
He
am the
said that
protector.
when you came of age, you were to head north to the capital, up there in Heliodor, and show that necklace thingy to the king. He seemed to think that if you did that, all would become clear. Clear as mud, I shouldn't wonder. Anyway, the long and short of it is that if you want to find out what this is all about, you'll have to leave Cobblestone and head over to Heliodor.
Sounds like we've got a
Crikey.
destination in mind. Aw, sad face. Don't be-
Well, I can't stop you leaving, I'm sure, but you won't be marching on an empty stomach. Come on, dinner.
Hell yeah. Cooking's like the best ever. But yes, for people who have played earlier Dragon Quest, save for maybe 8, well, I shouldn't say 8, but definitely the first 3 Dragon Quest games, you'll know what the Luminary is. But for those who haven't, myself included, I did look this up after I played this game. I looked it up, kind of learned more about the Dragon Quest series. You'll know what the Luminary is, but we will get to that when we get to it. I'm not going to spoil anything. of course, as per. Plain clothes, we're gonna save those for crafting, actually. No surprise. Having trouble sleeping, yeah. Whenever I have trouble nodding off, I like to go for a walk. So let's take her advice. Let's go for a little walk. We do have a mini-map, but, I forget. How do we get to that one? Oh, yeah. It's, you can get to this one this way. Oop, come on. Eh. Pick that up. Pink pine. That's our crafting material. Most anything that seems random, like pink pine or fluff or something, is gonna be for crafting. So, don't sell it or anything. Unless you really need the money, but even then.
Oh, can't sleep either, eh? You remember this tree, don't you? I got my scarf stuck in it all those years ago. There I was, crying like mad, and there you were, running round trying to help me get it down. Some things never change, eh? You know, I always imagined we'd spend our whole lives right here in Cobblestone. That's why I was so surprised by what your mum said today. All that stuff about you being the luminary, that reincarnation thing.
Sneaky look. What's going on there, Gemma?
I remember the story my granddad told me.
It's a red star.
Once upon a time, long, long ago, the world was terrorized by a horrible monster. But then, the luminary appeared and saved the day. When it was all over, the luminary turned into a star. And he's been watching over us from up in the heavens ever since.
I mean...
That's his star,
Kinda.
right there.
We'll get to that. There's so much I can't talk about because it's so spoilery.
How can you
so,
be the luminary too?
you know.
I just don't get it.
I do. I
know.
know. I
That's
can't
what you're
say
going to
anything else.
Heliodor to find out.
Yep.
I understand, really I do. Listen, we should both be getting back. Everyone will be wondering where we've got to.
Sure, everyone's asleep right now, but sure, why not? It's not like we left the village or whatever.
Goodbye, old friend.
Aw, so sad. Now, I mentioned at the start of this, I named my character Akio. And there was a reason for that. Akio in Japanese means luminous. Now, we just found out that our character is the reincarnation of something called the Luminary. That is why I named my character Akio instead of, like, 11 or whatever 11 is in Japanese. I just thought, I saw Akio and I saw what it meant, and I'm like, dude, that's, like, so perfect for this character.
Well,
that's what
just
he is. He's
look
the
at
Luminary,
you.
or the luminous
You don't
one.
scrub up too bad, you know. Only wish your grandfather were here to see you.
But you can name your
You
character
won't
anything.
forget him, will you?
Literally anything. Just,
He was a fine,
be-
upstanding man, the pride of the
about it,
village.
I guess.
You could do worse than try to be like him.
People name their character after their
Well,
own
however you turn out,
avatar,
I'm
or
sure
just a
you'll
name
find
they
a way to
like.
overcome whatever
I like
lies
to give my
ahead.
characters
A mother knows
a
these
reason
things.
why they're named that. Like Akio means luminous. That then he's the luminary. So
Oh,
that's
by
why
the
I
way,
named him that.
I've popped a little money I'd saved for a rainy day in your pack. Don't spend it all at once. Why don't you visit the village shop before you head off to Heliodor?
And that is
You'll need some
absolutely
supplies for
what
your
you
big
should
adventure.
do. You
But
definitely
don't
should
take
do
too
that.
long. The whole village is turning out to wave you off.
Sorry. I know the stream is a little bit later than what I would usually do. I've been, like, busy all day, so fortunately I didn't. Now, also, this game took, like, forever to download because it is an RPG, so of course it's got to be like the biggest game. So it took a long time to download on that computer. So important journey you have to make, and you just youngster. Well, before you head off, make sure you visit the shop. Also, for this game, you have it's kind of like side quests. It's a little different than side quests, but you know. you see someone with an exclamation point over their heads, they give you like tips and tricks and important information. But if it's purple instead of pink, it means they have like a little side quest you can do and you get rewards for it. I will do these as I find them as much as I can. Sometimes I may lose track of the side quest that I just got, but I will try to do the side quests as I get them because it doesn't make sense to save them for later. Because as you get stronger, some of the items that that will help you right then won't be so helpful later on. Okay, so I know what he wants, basically. Psst, whatever. The man wants you to retrieve his son's flurry feather from the roof of your shed. You get a sleeping hibiscus as a reward. Okay. Yeah. Hurry over to your shed, blah, blah, blah. I think we have it already, because I like to collect everything that I can. So, yeah, looks like you got the feather. So, go ahead and hand it over. You'll get more of these anyway. It's not like it's a rare item or anything, so... Yeah, if you want to do something good for someone, look for a purple speech bubble. Basically, a little bit of a side quest. It doesn't take forever to do, but, some of them take a little effort. Most of them you can do right away and get the reward real quick. This one, obviously, you can do within seconds if you get everything that you can. So, yeah. We will be on the lookout for people with purple speech bubbles for side quests, and then pink means they have little tips and tricks, which I'll try to get everybody I can. I may miss one or two, but eventually I will explain everything. Okay, so, yeah, and these pep pops, if it says cannot be sold and it's in gray, obviously it's important, so you have to keep it. I don't really use items in games, to be honest. And I do believe you need equipment for, to make, like, other armor and weapons, so I'm gonna try not to sell anything if I can help it. But let's see if we can't buy something better. We can buy a bandana. That's good armor. So, and then Wayfarer's clothes will give me a big boost in armor. And hats and clothes are different pieces of armor, so you can have both equipped at the same time. So now that we have those equipped, I'm gonna... Can't discard that, yeah. That's kind of important for later, I believe. I think we actually do need this for later, but you can't sell it anyway. So, now that we have better armor and a better weapon, we can... sorry, I'm looking at my mini-map. I'm like, where am I supposed to go again? God dang it, I forgot. I think it's this way, though. Actually, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, I know where. And, okay, so once... Oops, yeah, we gotta go over there, but for some reason these horses are in our way, and we can't just, like, push past them or something. But, woo! Joke's on you! Waha! Can't stop me. I'm the protagonist. Alright, so here's Amber. Soldiers leaving, yep. Okay, so you can talk to everyone in the village, yada yada. If you haven't done everything that you want to do, like visiting the shop or saving, obviously you would say, no, you're not ready, but I'm ready. We're not gonna save just yet, we just started, so.
One day you're just a little boy, the next you're getting ready to leave us. I only wish your grandfather could see what a fine young man you've become.
Yes, so we've kept
To
hearing.
think, it's been so many years already since old Chalky found you floating since he brought you to
What,
Cobblestone.
did he find me flying or something? I
We
mean,
never
what?
thought there was anything
We
out of
already
the
know
ordinary
what
about you.
happened with us.
And now suddenly there's all this talk of luminaries of all things.
Mm-hmm.
You know who the Luminary was, of course. A legendary hero who saved the world from a terrible darkness. We're supposed to
Not just that,
believe
but-
that you're him reincarnated? Ha, I don't doubt old Chalky, of course, but it's a little hard to swallow, I must say. Oh, when you meet the King of Heliodor, put in a good word for old Cobblestone, won't you, eh? If he finds out this is the village where the Luminary was raised, there might be something in it for us, if you catch
Yeah.
my drift.
Because we chose to.
Oh,
be
you are
born here, to be
terrible.
raised
Trust
here.
you to be thinking about what you can get out of it.
Yeah. If you were gonna turn away a baby,
I'm only joking, of course. The very thought. Anyway, where was I?
Just like, yeah, whatever.
Ah, yes. Now, the fate that awaits you may well be one beyond anything we simple country folk can imagine. But you must allow us to offer what little assistance we can. Take this map of Erdrea with you. May it prove useful in finding your way.
And it will, because of course, in typical RPG fashion, you can fast travel. Obviously, having the map will make that much easier getting around to where you need to be. Or where you need to be.
And may this magnificent steed, the pride of Cobblestone, lighten your burden and speed you on your way.
I don't really.
You'll find
care
Heliodor
to use
easily
horses in
enough.
this game.
Just head north out of the village and follow your nose.
You travel safely now. Oh, you're such a good boy, such a good boy. You make us proud out there, won't you? And come back safe.
I think I know where I'm gonna stop. I don't wanna like dump everything on you right in the first episode because this is a lot to take in, you know, for your first
Wait!
playthrough. I mean, you go up to the tour, you find out you're the reincarnation of a luminary, you're going off on an
Here,
adventure. I mean,
Take
it's
this
kind
with
of a
you.
lot.
I made it for you.
Oh, yeah. Gemma's charm.
It'll keep you safe. I heard there are lots of monsters where you're going. Be sure to keep it close, won't you? I don't know what's in store for you out there, but wherever you go and whoever you meet, don't forget us, will you? Take care, and remember, we'll be waiting for you.
And Gemma's charm can actually be equipped. It's an equipable item. So if you do want to equip it to a character, it doesn't have to be you. It can be someone else, but you can put it in on them. So yeah. So I don't really. I don't really care to use horses in this game, but if you do want a horse, you go up to one of these bells, you ring it, and you will automatically get on the horse. I don't really care to use the horse because you can go really fast on it, and your first playthrough of this game, you want to get all the items you can for crafting, and you can miss that while you're on the horse. So for the purposes of my streaming and let's play of this game, I'm probably not going to be using the horse very much, if at all. Now I think I can do this. Yes, okay, so once you have the map and once you're in Heliodor region, you hit the map button and you can see nearby areas, local monsters, nearby quests, which oh, no quests in this area, okay, never mind. But you can also find sparkly spots. These are items, like these will be medicinal herbs, these will be crafting items, these will be like antidote and stuff like that. This is invaluable to at least your first playthrough, because sorry, if you see on the map, it shows you like every sparkly spot that has an item that you can pick up. That is incredibly invaluable for your first time through. definitely, at least for your first time through. So you get like Chimera wings, you get crafting items, you get healing items. I mean, you can find all kinds of stuff with that map. So that is absolutely going to be a much needed thing for sure. And it actually shows you where the Chimera wings are. I believe the ones with the quill coming out of the sparkly spot, like up towards Heliodor. I believe that is also a Chimera wing, but these other ones, the question marks, are items we don't know what they are yet. So once we find them, it'll be filled in. So that is incredibly useful. Fight. And I will do my best, my absolute best, to try and level up off streaming or off camera. So you guys don't have to sit through it. I know it takes a while. I do know it's kind of annoying when people go through this or go through these games and they don't cut out any of the battles, they don't grind off screen. I do understand how annoying that can be. I will try my best to level up off screen. When I'm not playing this game, I will try to level up. So you guys don't have to sit through like 30 minutes of like 50 fights or whatever. I will try to be nice. I will try to be as nice as I can. Until I get to a certain point in this game, and leveling up wise, I'm going to keep the fights in. Because I do want to show you what happens when you get to a certain level. So, yeah, I'm going to keep the fights in for now at least. Just because of what happens when you get to a certain level. It might be 5, I'm not sure. I can't remember. Deflect me. And of course I do have the battle speed on fast. I can move it up another notch. I can move it up to another speed, but for now I don't really want to do that. I do want to show you some of the monsters, because they are creative. Some of these are pretty creative. And I will be looking at my map like 50 times a day, like a playthrough, because I'm looking for stuff. So this is weird. Hell yeah. Also, you know, finding items, especially like medicinal herbs and antidotes, that's less you have to buy at a store. So it kind of saves you on money as well.
Oh, what have we here? I know a budding adventurer when I see one. It can be risky heading into the great outdoors if you aren't familiar with the basics of survival, you know.
Actually, you know what?
Well, fear not, because that's where I come in.
Okay.
See the remains of that fire over there?
Yeah.
To settle down for the night, just go up.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip this because I can explain it much
That's-
faster. Yeah,
that's-
blah, blah, blah. Shut,
You'll
shut.
need to get used to what campsites
Just,
look.
yeah, okay. So, the short of it is, because that's a long explanation, the short of it is, this is a campfire. Here you can do several things. You can save. Can't really do much else, but you can save. But there is also a merchant here. There will, most likely there will always be a merchant there for you to, like, sell and buy from. I don't think, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Shit. I don't think there's any, yeah, no, there's really nothing that I can sell or buy right now. But, you can ask, like, you know, you can go to the statue or do it right here at the fire, you know, so you can save, you can, cure yourself of poison or, curses and stuff like that, but you can also save, or not save, but you can rest, and this restores your HP and your MP, and it doesn't really matter unless you're going for a quest or a completionist run or something, but depending on the type of day you sleep till, different monsters will appear, and you know, you can fill out your monster log. I'm not really going to unless I have to. I'll always sleep until the next day. But I know a couple of quests down the line require you to fight a monster that only appears at like night or during a rainstorm or something like that. So when that comes up, I will choose a different time to sleep till. But it really doesn't matter. If you want to fight different monsters, then you can sleep until a different time. They're just, it's not like they're stronger or anything, they're just, it's just different monsters for different time periods or whatever, so it's not that big of a deal. Ooh, 80 coins, hell yeah. We're gonna head on in here. I think there's something I can get in here. Not entirely sure. Oh yeah, you can also, okay, never mind. I was just gonna say, you can also sleep in his bed, but, nope. No you can't. Never mind. So, I'm just gonna, since we're over an hour, I'm gonna get to where we need to get. I'm not gonna fool around too much. Not right now. Great. There's a sparkly bit over here. Not entirely sure what this is. Fresh water. Okay, so another crafting item. A lot of enemies you can fight here, but again, I'm gonna try to save I'm gonna save the leveling up for when I'm not streaming, just so you don't have to save all of it. At least until we get to the I cannot remember what that gets to show you what I want to show you, but when it comes. Hopefully not too much longer. Getting in the orange here. I need to heal myself here. Or not. When you level up, you also get healed MP and HP, so you don't have to worry about that. That's pretty nice. Ah, no. Don't touch me. No, bitch. Don't touch me. Okay. So when you level up, obviously you get your MP and HP back, which is really nice, honestly. It's very nice. I know, I don't know if all RPGs did that. I just know that Dragon Quest did that for the longest time. They're still doing it, obviously. Okay, so here's a sign over here. Emerald Coast and Heliodor Castle. Obviously we're going to the castle, so we're just going to ignore the Emerald Coast for now. We can't really do too much there right now, so we'll worry about that when we have to. Ooh, battlements. Nice. Sounds cool. Their crossbows pointed over that way, though. There's not really anything in that direction except mountains. Okay. Whatever keeps you safe at night, I guess. This is Heliodor. Nice. Heliodor. Awesome. Oh, no, he's up here. Okay, I was gonna say. Person we can talk to? Haven't seen you around here. You're here to see the king. Well, you won't find him around here. You better head up to the castle. Go straight up the road, climb the steps, keep going to Bob your uncle. I actually do have an Uncle Bob, so that saying is actually kind of hilarious to me. Just remember that they shut the gates as soon as the sun goes down, so keep that in mind. If you are trying to get into the castle for whatever reason, make sure if it's nighttime, sleep it until morning. So, best be heading off bright and early if you want on. So yeah, if you get here at night because you've been like leveling up so much or whatever, make sure it's morning when you go see the castle. New city means exciting new yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty expensive here, so we're gonna have to build up our funds before we get new items and stuff like that. We've got a tavern. Let me check the map. If you look on the map, above the armor and the sword symbol is a purple thing. Actually, there's one just over here. It's a purple circle. Means that's a quest. That is a quest you can get. Amelia's stuck on the roof. Oh no, Amelia's stuck on the roof. Girl wants you to help. I can't story today. The girl wants you to rescue Amelia from the perilous rooftops above. You will get kitty litter. Go figure. So yeah, we're gonna accept this quest. Amelia is in a pickle. But there is also a quest over here. I came all the way to Heliodor with just one goal in mind, to catch a glimpse of two of the greatest heroes in all of history, Sir Jasper and Sir Hendrik. The only problem is they won't let me into the castle. Can you believe it? Well, if I'm not going to go meet them in person, I suppose I'll have to buy my time by reading up on them instead. If you wanted to earn my eternal gratitude, you could help me find a book about the exploits of those two fabulous knights. So for this, you get a Dracilian shilling as a reward. Torst wants you to search for a certain book about two local heroes, Hendrik, the General, and Jasper the Tactician. So go ahead and accept that. Yeah. Soldier and the Strategist, Tale of Two Heroes. So that's your quest for this area. I don't think there's any more. Yeah, you can hide your objective if you want to. You don't have to have it displayed. Oh, what else? Yeah, I think I'll stop it for now. It's been like that was. I'll give you. Yeah, that was kind of a long tutorial whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and save, and I'm gonna end it here. Next time, yeah, I have. Oh, so that is my old save file. I wasn't sure if my Xbox would transfer over to the PC, but it did. Yeah, I got to level 70. I think you can get up to level 100, but in the next part we will do the quests, and then we will get on with the story. But until next time, whatever video that is, I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining in.